Have you been lonely in the past? Do you guys feel it's challenging to make new friends?
Not having a friend group or doing things with and just doing everything on your own. Just because it's like my sense of community that I had that was like around every day for school kind of like dispersed.
Austin, Texas, on being lonely and how to actually make new, real friends. Do you guys find it hard to make new friends?
Not so much.
Definitely. But I feel like trying to find new friends, moving to a new city, like I moved here in 2019. It was really hard because it's, you're trying to find new people to date, you're trying to find new people to hang out with, and you're kind of just starting over.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty difficult to make friends. Like after you leave school, it's like those relationships are a lot harder to foster.
I transferred during college, so I made a lot of friends in college that have just like been around. Then once I got into like the work field, I would say it's harder. I've been on Bumble BFF though. Like honestly, I have one of my like good girlfriends is from off of there, so it worked.
Me, it's hard for me to make friends. I'm not a very outgoing person, so I just keep to myself a lot.
Okay, I'm roughly 63, born in the 60s, and at that time it was usual to speak to people. That was in a pub or in a discotheque, or if you had been on a party with friends, and friends have brought other friends together, and then you have met. Let's say from the 70s and 80s.
Right.
Nowadays, it's probably a little bit different.
Do you feel it's different at 30 than it was at 20?
Yeah, I think so because, just for me, my experience, it's easier, I guess, in your 20s because I guess you have more energy, you're going out clubbing more maybe, like you're
less jaded.
Yes,
less jaded.
I feel like I believed in people a little more and their maybe politeness when I was younger, where nowadays I've met a lot of people who have just like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's harder to make friends as you get older, like out of school and everything. We only became friends because we went to nursing school together.
You two did?
Yeah, and we only talked because she needed help with homework.
Yeah, so she helped me through school. So,
but I feel like Austin's easier to make friends. I feel like than most places.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like everyone's a lot more outgoing.
Like, do you feel that in other places, like in Venezuela, right, was it challenging to make new friends?
No. Hispanics, we tend to be more open. We're more of a, we make new friends everywhere. We try to make friends everywhere.
Okay.
I guess, the American culture is a little more shy. You stick to your group that you know from like college or back from high school, even if they all moved to the same city. And if not, they just try to make friends with, the same way as I did. They join groups and even though they do join groups, you still see how sometimes they tend to stick to like 2 people, 3 people. They're not open to make more friends. Some of them, not everybody. There's a lot of people who are like really friendly and open.
How do you make new friends here?
Oh my gosh, social media. Yeah, TikTok.
To meet new friends?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Tell me more.
Like I feel like social media is such a popular thing right now. Even like I think like Bumble and Tinder saying you can just put in your bio looking for friends.
Like the BFF Bumble thing?
Yes.
You've done that?
Not really. But like I heard about it.
But I make friends as well during work travels. So some of them inside of the company, some you meet, maybe you're going out. Tonight we want to go to the 6th Street, maybe we'll make some new friends, I don't know.
Yeah.
So online platforms are less our thing in that age, probably for the most people. I know them, of course.
And like rock climbing, there's a great community around that.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's through an activity, you already have something you can do with that person, whereas if you meet somebody at a bar, I have no idea what their lifestyle is. Maybe they like to do a bunch of stuff I don't really like to do.
Do you find meeting people at bars is typically going to like a deeper connection? In my experience, I've found that it's usually not often a great connection.
I have had a similar experience that it doesn't go very deep or very far.
I'm pretty blessed. I have a very strong friend network that I've had for 35 years.
From school or?
From college. And so that way. I also met some great moms through school, that we develop friendships. And you'll see that if you ever have kids, it's like this bond that you can't explain. It's still difficult sometimes.
Have you been lonely in the past? Is this something that's been challenging with lacking friends maybe?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think a lot of people are?
I don't know. I kind of question if I'm like on a little island.
The only one?
Lonely, yeah.
Yeah, I feel isolated. Everybody does, and it can sometimes be difficult in the city because you're surrounded by so many people. But if you're not meeting them, you're kind of like, is there something wrong with me?
Yeah.
So I think it's easy to enter into that state of mind.
Lonely? Yeah. I feel like everyone feels it sometimes. I made an effort to meet a lot of women when I came here.
All right.
So just kind of like went to places by myself and went up to girls that I thought would be really cool. I just graduated high school this past year.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like a super changing time in your life. So I feel like in a way it's been kind of lonely just because it's like my sense of community that I had that was like around every day for school kind of like dispersed.
Actually, nowadays, it's even harder. I think everybody is so online and so in their phone.
Like
and
after
so, you know, that I think it's very difficult for people to have that personal connection.
Not having a friend group or doing things with and just doing everything on your own. You don't have anyone to share those emotions with, the excitements, the achievements with, so for sure.
When you were lonely, did you think other people were lonely, or did it just feel like it was you?
Just me.
Yeah.
Because you would see other cliques and other friend groups and everything when you go out to restaurants, go out to do things. You go to a grocery store and people are with their best friends. So
I know. I feel like going to the grocery store and I'm like in the meat aisle and I'm like, two girls just kicking it, and I'm like, why can't I have that?
So when I moved here, yeah, definitely lonely. I got here in the middle of the pandemic, 2020. It was like the toughest time to make friends. So everything was closed or whatnot. My work is from home. Well, not now, not anymore, but it used to be from home. So like even worse to make more connections. Sport was the thing that made me connect with friends and people. Join as many running clubs as I found in Austin. They have like 3 that go every once, every week. They do a different day of the week. And that's how it was for me easy to, start making connections, meeting people as well.
Okay, so being here, what's the strategy to make new friends? What do you do? Do you have one?
you really just got to go outside and talk to people, literally.
But it doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
For me,
For her,
I
yes,
have to be
but not me.
intoxicated. I have to have liquor courage, which is bad to say, I know, but yeah.
For her, yes, not me.
To get involved in communities like church and any kind of like anything that people come together for. I mean, it doesn't even matter. I mean, there's all kinds of different groups that do anything, but you have to seek it out. And I think that's uncomfortable for people.
Try new things, eventually find things that light you up and bring you joy and things you like to do. Everything is just reps. So if you're like I had so much social anxiety, I used to be so unconfident in myself, and it was just putting myself in those different environments and being willing to, just strike up a conversation and just know, like, cool, if I go to 10 events this month or something like that, it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to meet my best friend at each one of these, but those things stack up over time.
Okay.
And eventually you find your community and you find the people that really resonate. And I think just and not being attached to any of those people in general, and knowing some people will come in your life, some people will fade out, some people will stay forever, but just constantly sticking with that cycle.
I think you need to go out when you want to do the personal way, or buy the dog.
Buy the dog.
Buy the dog, then you need to go out and then you'll meet all the other people with dogs.
I think social media has had a negative effect on it.
Knowing that you were lonely then and knowing that other people are now, what would you say to yourself back then,
Just go talk to people. You won't be as lonely. You'll be surprised how many people can connect with that you don't even know. Yeah, so I would definitely just talk to people.
Know that other people are feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of the one thing to do, if you're single and you're, you don't have any established relationships or friends, just do stuff that you enjoy with other people you don't know, and you may find somebody that you're willing to hang out with more.
Well, be open to people, I think if you're lonely, it's okay. We live in a culture right now where everybody's trying to make it and make as much money and be as much successful. Sometimes we forget about what really actually matters, spending time with people that we love and doing things that we love to do as well,